Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another video. So last week we discussed who is eligible to join the Alaska Army National Guard. Now that we have established if you're eligible to join or not, we need to discuss what's next. And the next step in this whole process is taking and passing the Asvab. Intro, let's go.
First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the Army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the Army goes rolling along.
So today we're going to answer 5 questions. Why do you need to take the Asvab? What is the Asvab? What does the scores mean on the Asvab? Where do I take the Asvab? What's the next step after the Asvab? So let's get right on it. So why do you need to take the Asvab? Well, every applicant is required to take the test. Think about the Asvab as your ACTs or SATs for college. You're required to take it in order for you to go to college, right? So same for the Asvab. You need to take and pass the Asvab to join any branch of the armed forces, because this test will determine A, if you're eligible to join, and B, what career path will best suit you. For the Army National Guard, you need a minimum AFQT of 31. AFQT is the Armed Forces Qualification Test, which is the score that is derived from your Asvab that you just took or will take. However, if you scored less than a 31 on a previous Asvab that you took, there still might be an option for you to enlist. You need to contact your local National Guard recruiter about this option. So what is the Asvab? The Asvab, or the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery, is a 10-part test that gauges your knowledge in general science, arithmetic reasoning, math knowledge, paragraph comprehension, word knowledge, electronics, shop information, auto information, mechanical, and assembly objects. It roughly takes about 3.5 hours to complete, but I've seen students finish within the 2 to 2.5 hour time frame. You know, some of the questions that they might ask you, for example, in math knowledge would be, what is the FOIL method, right? The first, outer, inner, last. Or in arithmetic reasoning, you're looking at more of the word problems. So what does the scores that you get from the Asvab mean to you? There are two important scores that you need to keep in mind when you're going through the whole enlistment process. The first one is the AFQT. The AFQT, again, is derived from the Asvab, right? And you need a minimum of 31 or higher to join the Army National Guard, right? The second one is the General Technical, GT. The good rule of thumb when it comes to GT is you want to have a 110 or higher, because a 110 or higher in your GT opens up all the schools that the Army has to offer. Airborne, Ranger, Sniper, Special Forces. Becoming an officer, you need a 110 or higher, right? So you want to get a 110 or higher on your GT. For you to get a 110 or higher, you need to focus on 4 things. Focus on the math knowledge, arithmetic reasoning, paragraph comprehension, and word knowledge. If you get a good score on those 4 parts of the Asvab, that comprises your GT score, right? So focus on that and you're on track to get a high GT. So where do you take the Asvab? There are 3 places for you to take the Asvab. First is the Military Entrance Processing Station, which is MEPS. And I'll discuss that in another video, what happens at MEPS and what the process is, so on and so forth. We'll tackle that on a later video. Second one is at your school, and it's called the SASVAB, the School Asvab. And it's a different version of the Asvab, but essentially the proctor goes to your school and proctors the exam, and it's a valid test which you can use for enlistment purposes, right? And then the last one is the PICAT, the Pre-Screening Internet Computer Adaptive Test. The PICAT is an unproctored version of the Asvab. What that means is you can take it at your local recruiter's office or the library or wherever you may be, as long as you have internet connection. But the caveat to that is you have to verify the score that you get through the PICAT at MEPS. So for example, you scored a 60 on the PICAT. Well, now you'll take a 20-minute verification test to make sure that you didn't cheat, and you can replicate what you did on the PICAT on that 20-minute version test. It's very easy, and I highly encourage you to ask your local National Guard recruiter on how you can take that PICAT. So you've taken a test, you've passed the test, you've crushed the test, and you're wondering what's next. Well, the next step in this whole process is for you to talk to your local National Guard recruiter. If you're in Southeast Alaska, that's me. I'm your point of contact. Sergeant Morales and I will go to your location, wherever you are. If you're in Petersburg, in Ketchikan, or Prince of Wales, we'll go there and we'll talk to you and see what your options are, right? See what you qualify for. You might just be the next soldier that we're looking for. So, final thoughts. If you want to get a good score on this test, prepare for it. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Study for the test and give it your best shot, because this might just determine if you have a career in the military or not. Hey, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you letting me share this information to you. And if you've reached this part of the video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you know of anyone or if you are interested in taking the Asvab, please reach out to me, because there is a testing date for JD and TM here in Juneau next week on October 23rd and 24th. And I'd love for you to partake in that event. And like I said, if you know of anyone, please share it with them. And then, yeah, have a good night. And yep, because it's nighttime. It's Wednesday, October 16th, 1840. I'll see you in the next video. Let's go.